What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hope you had a great turkey day. Go to turbojohnracing.com, grab yourself some merchandise, comment, like, and subscribe. Hopefully this motor is fixed. I don't know if it is or not. Let me show you what we're going to do today. That's another position that we can run that wing in. And it's a foot higher than what we normally run it. But, you know, if you look at Nick's truck from Hustling Horsepower, if you look at any of the, like the cars that have big, crazy wings on them where they're actually trying to get in good airflow, the higher you go above the roof, the better it is. You know, the more leverage it puts on the back end as well because it's higher. This wing is not super heavy. It probably weighs 20 pounds, 25 pounds. But you can see as I pull on it, when I take a tug on this thing, I mean, it kind of flexes everything. I mean, it's pretty sturdy. I've got it built with big, beefy stuff. I might put a little bit more attack angle in this thing too. I mean, man, this wing is big, obnoxious. And I mean, but it gives downforce. This wing will give about 500 pounds of downforce at 100 miles an hour. So, you know, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is it going to just compress the shocks back there and, you know, just be like adding a ton of weight and slow you down? Probably until you get shock data on it and you get a bunch of passes. I mean, I don't know. I mean, people are putting big wings on stuff now and it makes sense. We've been running a little bit lower, but we may jack it back up this weekend. And at dig or die, I mean, that thing is obnoxious. It's starting to grow on me a little bit though. It's almost like a little Hot Wheels car. You know, it's more toy than anything, you know, and I could come up and I may, right across the back down here, I've got another bar. I may end up coming off of that bar and then going up with another support maybe to this spot right here, just so that when we do run it really high, because, you know, the higher it is, the more the leverage is going to pull on this joint down here, which I've got. I mean, I think I've got it pretty well supported, but I don't know, guys. I mean, this wing is, woo, what do y'all think about the wing? I know a lot of people hate it. I mean, a lot of people, you know, don't mind it. Something else I've been thinking about doing, this has got the little teeny wicker bill on it. It's like a 1/4 inch or so. I may get one that's bigger, get a 3/4 inch wicker bill here. And that might help some as well with downforce. It will 100% help with downforce. Also, making these sides bigger would help the air do a little bit better. So we could, you know, invest in that at some point. But a bigger wicker bill definitely might be in the cards here. So we were hoping we were going to do our Knoxville race this weekend. But there was weather on Friday, a little break on Saturday, and then weather on Sunday. And so we just thought it was going to be a little too tight for us. You know, the weather does look a little bit better on Saturday now, but we had a lot of people coming from a long distance away. It wasn't just a locals only race. If it was a locals only race, we could make the decision last minute, but we learned from our last time when we have a lot of people coming, they much appreciate making a call, right or wrong, early. I'm not a promoter. That stuff is stressful as all get out. It's really stressful for me trying to make those decisions. Usually I just make the decision for myself. I'm not trying to make the decision for the group for a whole race. So, you know, we just do the best we can do. We have to have a lot of people show up to make this thing work out so that we at least break even. We're putting a lot of money on top of the purse. We're trying to give back to the racers. You know, just one of those things. It is what it is. You know, we're going to try it again January the 14th. Hopefully we'll have good weather. I mean, you know, it's Knoxville. It may be snow on the ground, maybe raining again. May not be. Maybe we'll have 2 or 3 days of nice, clear weather, and we can have a very good race. We got a lot of racing still happening. You know, the racing season never stops. Since we canceled ours, Kentucky's got one. It looks like they might be okay. There again, that same weather pattern is coming up to catch them sometime Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. It kind of depends on how fast it moves. So maybe they can get theirs in. That's going to be a huge one. Kentucky Cash Days. Mike Gunner, he's got one happening this weekend as well in Virginia. It looks like he's probably going to be okay because that weather is going to be definitely slowing down for him. So he's got one in Virginia. And then ThunderValley, Sean Holden, he's got a back of the track race as well. So there's no shortage of racing. And that's the reason I want to make our call early, is because, you know, it would give our racers a chance, people that were going to come support us and come race with us, they would have a chance to modify their plan and go somewhere else to race or take the weekend off. So we're going to go to ThunderValley. We're heading to ThunderValley. We're going to go to Sean's. I don't know if we're gonna hop in the race or not. We need to test, and you know, it's one of those things is, you know, the testing is gonna be available there. If the car runs good, I might hop in the race, but I don't know if I will or not. Dig or Die is happening next weekend. That's the Super Bowl, in my opinion. That's the first no prep race I ever done. It was back when it was at 710, but it'll be at Rockingham Dragway, top of the track. Friday is big tire and something else, run what you brung. And then Saturday is small tire. Saturday is going to be a banger. So hopefully you guys are going to make it out. Dig or Die is always fun. It never is short on excitement. Tons of cars. I think there was over 100 cars locked in. So it's always a huge field, a huge purse, lots of people. It's always fun. So come see us. So she's in the trailer, buttoned up. We're ready to go for the most part. I told y'all we scaled this thing out last time when we were at Brian's. We got a bunch of weight back there. I'm gonna put a little bit more weight in the back today. I want to get the percentage a little bit better than what it was. You know, the thing is still heavy. The aluminum block definitely helps, but it's just one of those things, you know, the motor is up at the very, very, very front of the car. So when the motor is at the very front in the stock location, stock firewall, then, you know, it becomes problematic. You can see a lot of the race cars you see now, they have the front of the motor, the harmonic balancer is back here at the strut towers. The center of the spindle, and look at it, it's about right here on the motor. So this thing needs to come back about a foot. So maybe before our race in January, Brian thinks we can knock it out pretty fast. Basically pull the motor transmission out. We do have to do a little bit of modification in here. Rat's nest of wiring in there. But basically, unmount the Holly, cut this out, firewall, cut it out, take the steering stuff out, brake stuff out, and slide this thing back about a foot. There is plenty of room. My seat is moved back. It is all the way back here in the back. So we got plenty of room to move it back. I can barely reach the gas pedal where it's at. So it definitely wouldn't hurt me to slide this thing back a little bit. And that would make it so that we got a little bit better weight bias. You know, it's just one of those things, moving the motor back. If we can get this thing to where it would be 50-50 without putting any weight in the car, it would be phenomenal. With one weight bar back there in the back, so we got multiples back there, but with one weight bar back there in the back, those are those only two that you can see. Those are not the big ones. The big ones are actually mounted back there in the behind that one. But with one weight bar in the back, this thing is 2,660 pounds, and that's with me in it minus the door, so we didn't have the door on it. So 2,670 with one weight bar in it, and it's like 54% on the nose. So this thing, if we could get the weight bar out of it, get the motor slid back to where it would be 50-50 race weight with no weight in the car, oh boy, 2,550 pounds with me in it. At 50% on the nose, it'd be a great front of the track car. That's where we want to be for front of the track. And then for back of the track, we wouldn't have to add 500 pounds. We could do a little bit less. But we're gonna, I picked up more lead yesterday, so we're gonna go ahead and melt down a little bit more lead and mount it back here. There's a little bit more room, but man, there's just not much more room in here to mount lead. I got some room on the bar back here at the back. That's probably where I'm gonna put it. I'll just put 50 or 75 pounds back there. It's just one of those things, guys. I mean, the back of the track stuff takes so much weight, and that weight up there is kind of too far forward, honestly. We may end up taking that out. One of them's 57 pounds and one of them's 67 pounds. Let me show you back here in the back how much we got. All right, y'all ready for this? It is unbelievable the amount of weight that we have back here. That doesn't look like a lot of weight, but there's one down there on the bottom, 120 pounds. Each one of these big ones here are 120 pounds. That one's 125 pounds. That one's 57 and 67. So there's a little bit more room back here. I'm gonna try to get another one mounted, probably another 100 pounds. What was funny is back here, from that black one up there, the 125 one, all the way to here, every time we would add one of those plates, we would change about 2.5% bias. When we added that 100 up there, it only changed 1%. And it's, well, if you think about it, look at the distance. This is 3 foot further. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna probably take that out. I'm gonna remold some. I might be able to move those somewhere back here as well. But this is the weight that it takes for us to potentially try to get down on this no prep stuff. And we're still not fast. We're not fast at all. And we got a lot of weight back here because, as you can see, it's all tin. A lot of the back of the track no prep cars, they don't do that. They're smart. They didn't cut all the weight out where they needed it. And so, you know, you don't have to have a back half car in order to do this. And so, you know, actually probably in our perspective, I mean, that's probably one of the worst things we could have done is make a 4-link back half car for a back of the track race where we have to add so much weight back here in the back, just because everything adds up. Batteries up front, I've got that little 16-volt battery. At some point, I may end up taking that 16-volt battery out and putting 2 8-volt batteries back here again. I love the reliability. With the 2 batteries back here, when they were 2 8-volt 16s, you run them in series, and I would go 2 to 3 races without ever charging the batteries. So that's a good thing. And, you know, there's another 160 pounds back here. So, I mean, I could, you know, put those, rebuild. I have to put some weight stuff out there because that's just sheet metal right now. But weld off the cage, put some battery mounts, not a bad thing. So, I think that's a good thing to do. But, I don't know, guys. We're ready. We're race ready. We're going to do this. Since I've got an extra day. We were supposed to be leaving, you know, yesterday to head to Tennessee. But since I've got an extra day, I've got some more lead. I picked up some more lead, so I'm gonna melt it down and make another block. It's not gonna be quite as big as those up there. And we're gonna add another, hopefully 7,500 pounds back here in the back. And then try to get my percentage. My goal is to get it at 40% on the nose, but I mean, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get it there because that's been my goal for like 2 years, not been able to do it. So, you know, it takes a lot of weight to do that. But I don't know, guys. We'll see you. If y'all are around Thunder Valley, you know, come see us. Gates open at 12. So we'll be out there making some passes, having fun, definitely testing, and then we'll see how it goes with testing. We may hop in the race, but there's going to be some killers there. So I may end up, it's a little different surface, so we just want to make sure our motor is going to stay together. That I think we got our oil pressure issue fixed, but, you know, we won't know until tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget, go to turbojohnracing.com, grab some merchandise. We still do have a couple of those stocking stuffer aluminum connecting rods. Go grab one. Later, guys.